Hello and welcome to my world, and
Starfleet hasn't heard from
well, we'll just get right into it. Thank you, Admiral Garrett.
It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways, fast.
Oh, Admiral Garrett just wasted no time cutting off my intro. Anyway, this is of course a series of videos as we are playing Star Trek Online on the Xbox consoles. As let's see the differences. I mean, after 10 years of playing Star Trek Online on the PC side and being forced to give up PC gaming because various reasons, trying the console version has presented new challenges. But I have figured a few things out. Probably my biggest gripe is being unable to adjust the flight controls in terms of up and downward movements.
We're now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
Alright, so we get our course plotted here. And we were already aware that this was sector space. That was told to us in our previous adventure. Now, something I did discover is that if you press and hold down various buttons, you bring up your radial to determine various things here. So you can actually set certain powers to be automatic, doing that, or put them to be your quick buttons on the gamepad, which is actually a feature not on the PC side of Star Trek Online. Apparently torpedoes are still manual, but phasers, in its own regard, is a whole other are on the auto fire. So again, trying to give that nice develop that nice little what's some words I'm looking for, comfort. So we got Painful Omens is our next mission here, as detailed by Admiral Garrett when he interrupted my intro. As we look at what we in with, while trying to resist the urge to go, "Shut up, Wesley." Of course, there is going to be that question: is that would I do as much investment in the game as I did on the PC side? And the answer to that is no. I maybe. Down the line, we reach like the upper tier. We might invest in a tier 6 ship, but
we've arrived near Deep Space K-13.
we'll see in that.
This is odd. I'm not picking up any comm traffic. No signals, nothing at all from K-13 or the other ships in system.
Scan for signs of enemy ships or activity.
Sensors aren't detecting enemy vessels or warp signatures. No signs of combat either. This is peculiar. I'm not sure what to make of it.
Yellow alert. Prepare for approach. Alright. So actually having to go to a different screen to zoom in the minimap is actually kind of interesting. Full impulse power.
The other ships are raising shields and charging weapons.
Rear shields failing. Target shield.
Alright, bring this about. We use the ship battery. Can we get it around to where we can fire torpedoes? There we go.
Disabled, Captain.
Now they seem quite willing and abled.
Captain, those were the Starfleet ships assigned to patrol this sector.
Were they
I don't
now?
think that was a war game or training sim. Their weapons were at full power.
So are ours. See if you can raise any of the ships. Use all channels. Try whatever it takes to get through.
Stay away! They're taking control! Don't come near us! They'll take you too! This station came from the station!
Who's taking control? What's happening over there?
Message from Starfleet Command, Captain. We're to investigate the situation immediately.
Captain Daughtry mentioned the station. Bring us closer to K-13, the Widowmaker. We're close enough there.
No signs of combat on board the station, Captain. No hostile life form readings either. Everything's quiet.
Something's not right.
Sensors are picking up a number of life signs over there, but I'm not reading any unusual activity. All of the station systems seem to be functioning normally. Think we should beam over and have a look around?
Have a landing party meet me in the transporter room. Alright. Yeah, I'm noticing I don't have any, like, powers or in terms of ground abilities yet. That's kind of interesting.
I don't like this. No one's at their duty stations. Not even the transporter operator. Station's not on alert. What's happening? Tricorder's picking up a life sign nearby. Looks like they're in sickbay just across the hall.
Set phasers to stunning. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Those blast points on the wall are from phaser fire. There was a fight here. But with whom? No sign of Klingon or Romulan weapon fire. Just Federation.
I got a bad feeling about this.
The lights have all been dimmed, but it looks like sickbay's still operational. Over to the right.
Captain, I think I saw motion in that room to the left.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected.
Infected with what, exactly?
Neuroparasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those possessed by the creatures tend to engage in hostilities with the uninfected. The better to render them fit for infestation.
As you can see, we're friendly, Ensign.
Temet, and while you have not engaged in hostilities thus far, I have seen infected employ false passivity in order to lure unwary prey. A tricorder scan of your adrenaline levels should verify your status.
A logical precaution, Ensign. Scan away.
Scans show a slightly elevated level of adrenaline, though nowhere near that of an infected life form. Thank you for your patience. One can never be too cautious where these parasites are concerned.
Tell me more about them. I want to know what we're dealing with.
They are a life form that propagates by infiltrating the nervous system of a host creature. Through this neural link, they can compel their host to obey their bidding. They can also inflict extreme pain upon the host at will, and do so to discourage attempts at resistance. While effective, This punishment can lead to permanent neurological damage or death. At this time, most of the station personnel have become infected. While there is a possibility of uninfected survivors, I must warn that it is remote.
I see. Any recommendations, Ensign?
According to Starfleet data files, the parasites can be safely destroyed by exposure to high-intensity ultraviolet light. My attempts at reconfiguring the station's lighting thus far have been unsuccessful. I am a physician, not a habitat engineer.
So she's saying she's a doctor, not an engineer. Well, now she's an engineer. I see.
As a precaution, I have developed a serum that can render a person toxic to the creatures. However, medical supplies here are limited. I have enough serum to inoculate your landing party and one other person.
Perhaps we can find someone else via the comm system.
Hopefully we're not alone here. Use the comm system. This is Lieutenant Baxa of the USS Beaver. Is anyone on the station able to respond? That panel display is not from the correct century.
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neuroparasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance.
So I see. We're safe up in sickbay. Can you join us here?
I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room, down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
Understood, Scotty. We'll make our way to you. Baxa out.
I have secured a small amount of security gear. It may give you another edge against the parasites.
Excellent, Ensign. You're with us. Let's gear up and head to engineering.
Equip your bridge officers by selecting them, then double-click an item in your inventory to have them equip it.
If we pass through the mess hall, we can access a turbo lift to reach engineering. Whenever you are ready.
There we go. Is getting this set up here. Walking down the hallway.
These crew members, they're all infected by the parasites. Be careful.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating.
It may be fascinating, she says.
An unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on the station within the last 4.2 hours.
Fascinating indeed. Let's keep going. I just realized we got like no kits or anything at this point. I could have sworn on the wait, what the heck do we have in our inventory? Yeah, no. actual weapons and stuff. Ah. Okay, so that can be set to different things. Alright, so they realized they were given those abilities like that. Dude's just walking up on us? Are you serious, bro? Love the fact that we can actually take out enemies at a distance if you see them. Oh, that was quite the visual there. Where are those parasites at? I remembered a bunch of those floating around here on the PC side, unless it's in a different area, or they took them out. Welcome to the turbo lift. Let's go to engineering.
The auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right. I'm reading a single human life form within the room. The biosigns match those of Commander Scott in the Starfleet Medical Database.
Let's not keep him waiting then.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face.
Scotty, your definition of friendly needs work.
There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action.
They can get in through the vents, you know.
We've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty buggers out properly.
Is that so, Temet?
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denivan parasites, it will initiate a complete molecular breakdown within all parasites exposed to it.
Ahem, Ensign?
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We better get a move on. The parasites aren't ones to loiter about.
Glad you're with us, Scotty. Lead the way. And this answers my question as relates to a kit.
Equip a kit to gain new ground combat abilities.
Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here. That one was easy. Just a few more to go. Alright, there are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. If you want to avoid them, do your best to stay in the lit areas.
Thank you for the reminder, Mr. Scott. Alright, so... Alright, auto-execute in terms of that.
But remember, the parasites like the dark. We devils that they are.
You know what, just fire aimlessly in the dark.
If we remain in well-lit areas.
Look. Well, we fired a lot of phaser energy so far. Tarsi's been infected.
Now this may be a bit tricky.
Fine tricky, Mr. Scott.
Just a wee bit longer.
They're coming right at us.
There we are now.
Like palms to meet head. Definitely gonna need a Alright, need to find those panels. Ah, get it off, get it off, get it off!
I'll have this fixed up straight away.
Hurry it up, Scotty. We got all these zombies and stuff. Where'd he come from?
Got that. No trouble at all.
Alright. Trying to remember where these panels are. Right. We've gone all the way around in a circle. Well, that noise was actually my cell phone going off. You know, when you're not expecting calls, that's when calls come in, don't they? So the neuroparasites keep respawning. Scotty, get over here.
This one just needs new fuses.
Hey, this dude just came out of nowhere.
There we are. Good as new.
We need to run to main engineering. Wait. Where is main engineering? Funny, it looks like they're the engineering room of a starship. turn on the lights. Turn on that UV lighting.
It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center and see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Alright, Scotty, stay safe. We gotta go into the hole.
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
Definitely not Starfleet.
Get the lights while the commander's down.
We get to the lights. And they fall flat. They look just like vomit.
The parasites, they're dying. All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
Funny, none of us are rat-based aliens. They're aliens intruders. Oh, no more?
We need to talk.
Now is not a good time, Daniels. I mean, Hunter.
Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent
Hey,
events
it was difficult to absorb in Star Trek Season
actually
1.
from the future.
I mean, Enterprise
I
Season
can't
1,
tell you
excuse
how
me.
far. Just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting.
Is it just me, or did some of the dialogue loop there?
Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again. It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
It's a lot to take in.
We can return to the ship on your orders.
Alright, let's go beam back to our ship. Notice the nice fade there. Temet and Hunter Daniels faded out quite before things could have been done.
The Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is hailing us, Captain.
On screen.
I'm transferring command codes to you now. Use them to remotely access the computer on those disabled ships and emit an ultraviolet flash inside.
Thanks, Scotty.
Captain Seralto, the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What happened? What's going on?
Your crew was taken over by neural parasites. We've defeated them. Now we need your help fighting this alien ship.
Parasites? What? Okay, sorry. We're right behind you, Captain. Lead the way.
Acknowledge. We're not doing any damage. They have temporal shielding of some kind. Like an ion burst would do something? Seems like some dialogue. There it goes. Nice and steady. And of course, this sets up something for much later in the Star Trek Online timeline.
Fine work, Captain. You sent those devils back to wherever they came from.
From the future.
We do have a wee problem, however. The burst I sent, when combined with the power source, created a feedback pulse. The feedback is creating some kind of spatial anomaly, which is beginning to pull the station in. We need to evacuate immediately.
Right. Where is the station? Evacuate! Beam them up!
Scott here. The portal's collapsing. We're in for a right bumpy ride.
How about a left bumpy ride?
Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows.
It says everyone's on board, Scotty.
There she goes.
I doubt it.
I've never seen a station do that.
It goes back in time.
Captain, before K-13 was pulled into the vortex, I picked up a few distress signals from inside the station.
Scotty, you said we had everyone. They're gone.
Perhaps not. After all, it was a temporal vortex. They may well survive in another time.
Let's hope so, Scotty. Let's hope so.
Well then, it's been quite a day, hasn't it? Neural parasites, time-traveling raiders. Why, things will seem almost normal once I'm back on the Enterprise. Speaking of, I'm sure the ships here can give me a lift back to her now that they're parasite-free. If Starfleet Command gives you any grief on this, remind them that lives are more valuable than equipment. And you saved a lot of lives today.
Except for those lives are now stuck in the past, centuries ago. Thanks, Scotty. Give my regards to Captain Kirk and the crew.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last minute.
Yeah, you should apologize for your bad acting.
For now, I can tell you that history is unfolding as it should, and that was not the end of K-13. You're building a fine tradition of making the right decisions in crisis situations. In the meantime, don't talk to anyone about the Nakul or their time travel. We can't risk any further corruption of the timeline.
Understood. We'll talk soon, Daniels, and I'm going to need more answers.
System scans clear, Captain. Looks like everything's getting back to normal. We can leave the system on your orders.
Alright, get us out of here. As we warp out and prepare for our next assignment. Which will not be in this video, but we'll do the wrap-up, of course. Admiral Garrett, you're going to auto-hail me or what?
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire space station, just disappeared into some type of spatial anomaly?
Well, when you put it like that...
And I thought some of Kirk's after-action reports were a little out there. Starfleet Command won't be pleased with the loss of K-13, or the people that were still on board. But they'll be happy to hear about the lives you did save. Good work out there. Keep it up.
Alright. So with this, we get Temet as a science officer. We get the torpedo upgrade, an upgraded warp core, shields, and dilithium.
Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu. Press the left trigger to show all your powers. Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu. Press the left stick to set your quick power and update the default captain power to use. Press the right trigger to activate a power directly from this radio menu.
So auto-execute that.
We have a problem at Babel. Caridian Rebel, I have some new orders for you.
Garrett, chill out, dude. Because that's where we're going with this adventure for this type of round. As you can tell, got better use with the controls. And being able to auto-set things really comes in handy. So it's nice little development there. And there are some nice adjustments as we see Garrett's smug face. But, of course, next time around, we'll do Return to Babel, as we are definitely taking our time with these Star Trek Online missions. So hope you continue to join us as we work our way through the Xbox experience of Stowe. Till next time, tighten your friendship bracelets, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.